with the return of Splatoon, I thought I would have a look at the other Splatfest that Nintendo should bring back and rerun in Splatoon 2. Now bear in mind, this video was mostly recorded before we even got the Mario Splatfest announced, so some of the stuff I might be talking about might be a little bit out of date, but most of the video is still relevant today. So yeah, hopefully you do enjoy this video. I will pop back in at the end of the video. So yeah, make sure you are hitting that subscribe button, make sure you are hitting that thumbs up button, and let's just get on with the video. In this video I will be talking about the 10 Splatfests I want Nintendo to repeat and rerun. But yeah, you might be thinking right now that 10 sounds a little bit over the top when we just know that we are getting 2 more bonus Splatfests in Splatoon 2 and that is it. We don't know whether we will get any more for the game. Now what I am suggesting is not do all 10 in 2021, but spread them out over the next few years to take us up to the next game, hopefully Splatoon 3. I feel like Splatfest reruns would be a good way for Nintendo to keep the Splatoon player base active up until Splatoon 3. So yeah, in this video I will be going over the 10 Splatfests I want to be repeated in Splatoon 2. Let me know in the comment section below what Splatfest you want to return. The first one Nintendo should bring back is Flight versus Invisibility. It was such a cool question. What superpower do you prefer, flight, invisibility? It's just a common sort of question that a lot of people sort of ask. What superpower do you want? And those two are the most popular ones. And yeah, this was a Splatfest that did originally take place in 2017, so a lot of people didn't get to experience that the first time around. Around about 8 or 9 million people have picked up the game since that Splatfest originally took place. They didn't get to experience the Shifty Station, the secret of Splat. So yeah, I feel like this is such a cool Splatfest. It is one of the better Splatfest topics, so I think Nintendo should definitely bring this back. Squid versus Octopus should definitely come back because it was a little bit controversial the first time around back in 2018, because around about that time the Octo expansion did come out, and this Splatfest gave people the opportunity to play as Octolings without buying the DLC. So a lot of people went with Octopus. That is why that Splatfest went the way it did. I kind of feel like if you do hold it again, a lot of people might choose a little bit differently because they probably have already picked up the DLC and unlocked the ability to play as Octolings in multiplayer. So maybe more people will pick Squid this time around instead of Octopus. So I kind of feel like this should definitely be brought back. And the Shifty Station, Sweet Valley Tentacles, is definitely one of the better ones out there. This was such a massive Splatfest, I feel like it makes perfect sense to bring it back. Knights versus Wizards is sort of similar to Squid versus Octopus because this Splatfest gave people the opportunity to play in the gear that the Octo expansion amiibo did unlock in the game. It is kind of hard to pick up those amiibo now, so I kind of feel like Nintendo should bring back this Splatfest so that people can play as the Knight, as the Wizard, as that weird fish sort of person. Although I can't remember if you could play as that fish person in this Splatfest. But yeah, the Octo expansion amiibo is kind of hard to get hold of now. They are probably really expensive. So yeah, Nintendo should definitely bring back this Splatfest for new players that have just picked up the game so that they can play in new gear, and not just new players but also players that might have missed out on the Octo expansion amiibo as well. So yeah, for me it makes a lot of sense to bring back this Splatfest. You had to have the Octo expansion amiibo to be able to have a wizard hat or a knight sort of helmet For this rerun, I'm saying get rid of that requirement and make it available for everybody. So if you are on Team Knight, you will have a Knight helmet, regardless if you have any of the Octopus expansion amiibo. The same with the Wizard. You don't need to own any of the Octo expansion amiibo. That is what Nintendo should do if they do decide to rerun the Knights vs Wizards Splatfest from a couple of years ago. Splatterween, Frosty Fest and Spring Fest were special Splatfests that were held to celebrate certain parts of the year. I kind of feel like this is a no-brainer to bring back all three of these special Splatfests again. A lot of people didn't get to experience something like Splatterween that originally took place 2 years ago now, so a lot of people have picked up a Switch and Splatoon 2 since then. Nintendo went all out with these special Splatfests as well. We got really cool decorations in Octopus Square. We got to see Pearl and Marina in different outfits. We got so many cool stuff like glittery ink. It would be a shame if we never got to experience all of that sort of stuff again. So yeah, Nintendo should definitely rerun all of the special Splatfests again. I feel like these three should be repeated every year. Obviously now we do know that we are getting Splatterween at the end of October, so it does make you think whether we will be getting the other special Splatfest as well. Will we get Frosty Fest? Will we get Spring Fest? Definitely is interesting to think about. I'm not sure whether we will get Frosty Fest this year just because we are getting the Mario Splatfest in January. Nintendo did hold the original Frosty Fest in January, so yeah, I'm not sure whether they would do 2 Splatfests in a month, but they could easily do Frosty Fest in December. I think it makes more sense to do it in December than January, but I'm not sure because like what I said, we know that we were getting 2 bonus Splatfests. We now know what they are, so I kind of feel like if Frosty Fest is to return, it will be next year. It will be in 2021, December 2021 or January 2022. But yeah, hopefully we will get Spring Fest around about Easter time in 2021. That would be really cool to see. Sci-Fi versus Fantasy was such a cool topic that I never got to experience because I was in Europe. That was a North America exclusive topic, so I definitely want this one to come back so that I can vote and play and hopefully influence what does happen in this Splatfest. I would probably go with Sci-Fi. What would you rather be, a kid or a grown-up, was a European Splatfest exclusive topic. I really do feel like this is such a good topic. There is sort of like a debate you can have with this topic, so I kind of feel like this should move away from being a European exclusive and make it available to be played worldwide. The same can be said for other European exclusive topics such as what holiday do you prefer, an adventure holiday or a relaxing holiday, and also what do you prefer, a film or a book. Those are really good topics to sort of take away from being European exclusive and making them available to be played worldwide. They will definitely work in North America as well as Japan in my opinion. The last one that I want to bring back is the demo Splatfest that I have brought up many times on the channel, the Cake versus Ice Cream Splatfest. This was held before the game did come out and when the Switch was really young in terms of its life cycle. Not many people did own a Switch at that point, maybe up to 5 million people at the most. A lot of people, around about 50 million, 55 million more people have picked up a Switch since that demo Splatfest, over 10.7 million people have picked up Splatoon 2. A lot of those people never got to experience that demo Splatfest, so yeah, this makes perfect sense to bring back, and I think all of the ones that I did list makes perfect sense to bring back. A lot of these were held in 2017, 2018, so a lot of people didn't get to experience these topics and the Shifty Stations as well. Now of course Cake versus Ice Cream didn't get a Shifty Station. There was no Shifty Station with this Splatfest, so what Nintendo could do is bring back all of the Shifty Station stages and make them pop up every sort of 2 hours. So every 2 hours you would get a different Shifty Station to play on. This just means that a lot of people that did miss out on a Splatfest, they do have another chance to play on that Shifty Station stage. They did it with the final Splatfest, they could definitely do it with the demo Splatfest again. So yeah, let me know your thoughts about my list in the comment section below, and also in the comments list what Splatfest you want to be brought back as well. So yeah, that's pretty much it for this video. I will see you in another video soon, hopefully. So yeah, that was the video I did record at the end of August, but I still got a little bit of gameplay left to run, so I'm going to chuck in another suggestion and say time travel versus teleportation. It is kind of like flight versus invisibility, where you sort of ask, what would you rather have, time travel or teleportation? I feel like that is another common question. Yes, it was a later Splatfest, but I have got so many comments on my Splatoon videos saying this is going to be my first Splatfest. So yeah, I definitely feel like even a later one like time travel versus teleportation, I think it did take place in 2019 if I'm not mistaken, but you know what, bring them back, because so many people have missed out on them, and even if you haven't, like myself, I just want to play in Splatfest again, and having something to look forward to in Splatoon 2, I definitely feel that will go a long way to help the wait in between Splatoon 3 not feel as long. So yeah, that's pretty much it for this video. This gameplay is of course from the demo. Apologies about the squid bagging, I don't do that anymore. But yeah, this gameplay, I think I went absolutely flawless. I don't think I got any deaths in there, which was quite impressive, seeing as this is one of the first few matches I did have on the game. But yeah, I would have played this a little bit differently. I kind of camped one side of the stage, and because of that we did lose, and someone called Pascal, I think, disconnected. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this video. I will see you in another video soon. But before I go, what I want you to do is in the comment section below, like what I said at the start, don't forget to list what Splatfest you want to come back, and also give your thoughts on the 10 or 11 I did pick out in this video. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this video. I will see you in another video soon, hopefully.